Good morning, everybody. I hope somebody can come and join and speak. So, speaking practice with a few bits and pieces added in. For example, this sentence. Let's have a look at this sentence. This is the kind of sentence we might look at today, just before we start speaking about something. So, here we have a sentence, and we have to decide whether it's a good sentence or not, or whether we would have preferred to say it another way. Hi there. Jose, thank you for coming back. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
I can hear you very well. Good.
Okay, thank you.
Good. So, before we start, let's have a look at this sentence, Jose, because it's interesting. Can you read it for me?
Yes, he went to the doctor because he has not been feeling very well in several weeks. Yes.
When you say since, get it fishy, like since.
Since.
You know,
Since.
Some weeks ago we were looking at words which have the I sound, and you were practicing some of those words, I remember. But this one is not one. This one is I. That's the problem. Sometimes it's an I sound, like a bicycle. Sometimes it's an I. So, since, yeah. But what do you think about that since? Is it good?
Repeat, please.
Do you think grammatically the word since is correct?
We went to the doctor because he has not been feeling very well. I think for, no?
Yes, that's right. What tense is this?
Since is when it started to be healed, but for is between one determined time.
Yes, so we say since a time in the past, and we say for a period. Good. Okay, well done. So let's find a topic for you. Hi, Carlos. Hi there. Good to see you back. But you haven't got your microphone yet, I see. Or maybe he can't hear me. Looks like Carlos can't hear me.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
You can hear me.
Hello there, I can't hear you. How do you do?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I hope we can hear more of you in a moment. If you have a sound problem, I don't know. Hi there, Igor. Welcome back.
Yes, hi.
I'm just going to move down the line and say hello to everybody by putting my mouse over people. Hi, Carlos.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Igor.
Hi, Leon.
Hi, Jose.
Hi.
Hi, Leon. Oops, I did it to myself. That was my joke. Maria, hello. Maria Hammond, do you have a sound, Maria? I can't hear you. No sound, Maria. So try again, please. Try to get your microphone sound.
She may need to press unmute button on the right corner.
Top right corner, unmute. Because sometimes when there's a problem with your sound, you can be muted, and then you have to unmute.
Red icon. Or icon.
Icon, yeah, icon.
Yeah, red icon.
So, I'm going to go to the topic page now. Now, the first topic. Jose, you were the first in the room, so you are the first person. Now, I'm going to give you this topic because it doesn't seem to suit you, but who knows? And it's good practice sometimes trying to speak about anything. This is the game. Sometimes this is the game. But if you really can't do it, then we'll change it for you. But let's have a go. See if you can speak about shoes.
Okay, my favorite shoes are the shoes that are very, very comfortable, and when you have put in your foot, don't tighten the foot. And I think it's very important the shoes or you aren't tired in your body, because if you have a bad shoes, you probably do have problems and you are tired a lot. I would like to have good shoes. I think it's very important more than other clothes. I think it's very important a good shoes.
Great. Okay, you know, I actually do have a favourite pair of shoes. I came to England a while ago and I bought some quite expensive shoes, and they're not my favourite. Hardly ever wear them. But I bought some Dr. Martens. Do you know these DMs, we call them? Dr. Martens. They're just nice little leather shoes, and I've had them for 15 years, and they're very comfortable, and they look just, when I clean them, they look just like new. No, Jose, how do you say favourite?
My favorite.
Yeah, it's got a kind of train sound. Favour.
Favorite.
And actually, all of the forms of this word have it, I think. There is no a. All favourite. Do me a favour. Favourite. Favour. And this is another difficult word. I'm going to write it. It's quite difficult to say. How do you say this word?
Comfortable.
Well, you know, it's one of the interesting words. There are some interesting words like vegetable and comfortable. I think if you try to count the syllables, sometimes it might say there are 4, but if you listen to the main syllables, there are only 3 main syllables. The comfortable. So da da da, like this. The little one between comf and fur is too quiet, so quiet that you can throw it away, because it's impossible to go wrong if you throw it away. So say comfortable, like this.
Comfortable.
Just say instead of saying for, say comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yes, but no tables in it, please, just table, because we don't have any tables at the end of words. We don't have a fort in this word, and we don't have a table in this word, so it's just comfortable. And comfortable. Come, you know, get the nice come, and then comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah, not not clocky, come, like the up sound.
Comfortable.
You know, we've spoken every day, and one of the main sounds which we have a problem with is ah. It's often but it's like come, sun, up, comfortable. Okay, and the other one. Can you say the other one? Vegetable.
Vegetable.
Yeah, good. So we have to watch out. We shouldn't say too many things in these words. If we say too much, then it sounds wrong. If we say comfortable, it's just wrong. And if we say vegetable or vegetable or something, it's just wrong. We say comfortable, vegetable. So, great. Maria, are you on the mic now?
Yes, hello.
Hello, good. Right, so first of all, I'm going to switch to the slides here. And your subject isn't shoes. What is it? Let's see. It is my profile. Wow. Now, that's something. Now, remember, when you get your topic, your interpretation of it is your interpretation of it. You don't have to be limited, because it's only 2 words, and so you're free to speak about that how you like. Now, let's have a look at a sentence. Here we've got a sentence. Can you read it for me?
When she became 70 or 18 years his mother was dead.
Well, maybe it's died, and maybe it's became.
Died, yes.
Became.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got when she became 17
Mhm.
or 18 years, her mother was died.
Mhm.
I think there are maybe a few mistakes. What do you think?
Mistake.
Are there any mistakes?
Her mother was.
When she became, that's good.
Become, no?
Well, why not when in the past? Because when we see the when, that means the past or the future. We don't use when for now, do we? So we can't say when she become. We can say when she becomes. But that's for the future. When she becomes. But here it's the past. When she became 17 or 18 years, her mother was died. So I think the first 6 words, the top, is good. When she became 17 or 18, but then after that we have mistakes. Can you see a better way?
Old.
Yes, we can't say you can't become 18 years because 18 years are 18 years. You can't be 18 years. You can be 18 years old
and dead.
And you can be dead as well.
Not died, but dead.
You can die as a verb.
Yeah,
You
but
could say-
it's sentence.
But here it's not a verb, is it? That's right. So good work, Igor. Igor, let me ask you. There are 2 ways of speaking about people's ages. I can say my son is 9 years old. What's the other way?
My son is 9-year old.
Yes, but if you use an adjective, you need a verb to be somewhere.
I don't remember. I know that someone from teachers said here on Verbling, but I don't remember.
Well, I'll explain it quickly again. But my son is a 9-year-old.
Oh.
This is it, because we need is because it's an adjective. And maybe we need a noun, but the noun can be implied. So we could say, I have a 9-year-old son. When it's an adjective, we don't have years, just year. Okay? Just years. So, Maria, your
Yes?
topic. So, it's about profiles. You could speak about the internet. You could talk about social media. You could talk about anything at all related to profile.
But about the internet.
Well, the key word for this is profile. So anything which is related to the word profile. So profile, do you know what profile is on the internet? So you could use that, but I'm just helping you with an idea. A profile could be lots of things, but it's some information. So let me hear you speak about internet profiles or personal profiles.
What is internet profiles?
Well, I mean, when I say internet, I mean things like social media, website profiles.
So what is that?
So when you go to
Site profiles.
when you register on a website, generally you create a profile. That's some information about you, maybe your photograph, where you work, this kind of thing.
Account.
Well, it's a bit more than an account, because an account is just registering your basic information enough for them to log you in. Maybe a user ID and maybe your email address, and that's it. After that, yes, they can get you in. But your profile, sometimes you actually register for a site, but they ask you later to complete your profile because they don't have enough information to show other people about you. So they ask you for more. So what kind of information, Maria, do you think You would be.
Depends. No, if for example, if your profile is for the job, for find the job, you put the complete profile. But if your profile is, for example, I don't know, for Facebook, for social media, mm, I don't use the profile. Only for the find the job in internet. I
Right,
use,
yes, I agree with you.
you know.
And how do you think that we can use Facebook properly? Because do you think there are some problems on Facebook if you're not careful?
My opinion, my personal opinion, I don't like Facebook. I don't like the the internet in general. I
I
don't
can
use
understand that. I can understand that. Um, I can understand exactly what you're saying. So you don't have any advice for how to use Facebook because your advice would be stay away from it and do something more useful.
Say again, please.
So would you advise people to stay away from Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why?
So why would you ask them to stay away from Facebook?
Why?
Yes. Is it a waste of time?
Maybe, yes. But it's the only my opinion. I don't like Facebook. I don't like internet in general. I use internet only for necessary things. For example, for study English now,
Yes.
or for find a job. Only.
So
Only.
you're saying the internet is a
I
great
don't
thing. The internet
I
is wonderful, but there are some things on the internet which are not good.
It's not good for me.
Yes.
Really.
Well, I think we all agree with that. Maybe it's a question sometimes of making things good for you. So I don't really have a very good experience with Facebook. I agree with you. Facebook has so many things which I really don't like. And maybe if you're clever or you're organized, you are able to make some good use of Facebook. But
Yes, I have Facebook, but I don't use Facebook because I don't like. I don't know why, but I don't like. I don't know why. Really.
I have some ideas about why I don't like it. Before I go on to the next speaker, Regina, I'd like to, before I ask Regina to speak, I'd like to just say to Igor, so ask Igor a quick question. Igor, do you have any opinion about Facebook in terms of the bad side of Facebook and how to make use of Facebook more effectively?
I think it depends on each person in part. Someone like to be on the Facebook, to have a profile and to have communication with our person, friends, with other people, but someone no. So I don't have an opinion on this.
Okay, but can I just speak about the sentence you used just there? You said it depends on people. Someone likes it and someone doesn't like it. How do we say this? So let's have a look at this structure. It depends on who it is. On each person. It depends on. I'll write it as who we are speaking about, who we are talking about, maybe. So then, how do we continue? So someone likes. Is that good?
Yeah, someone likes.
I don't think it's good. I think I want to change that sentence. So it depends on who we're talking about. Some like it hot. That's a film which I have a script for. The Wilder film from the 50s with Marilyn Monroe. Some like it hot. Some like it cold. We don't use someone here.
Oh, okay. But why someone we do not use someone?
That's an interesting question. I've just realised that we use some in this structure. So why do we use some and not someone? Some come late and some don't. Maybe because someone is a singular, but some is short for some people.
Okay.
That's the reason. So, and now I'd like to just go along to Regina. Are you on the mic there, Regina?
Yes.
Right.
Can
First
you
of
hear
all,
me?
yeah, very clearly. That's good.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to try and flick some of these, so that bear with me while they kind of do that. So your topic: 3 uses for an elastic band. But before you start, just keep that tightly around your head for a moment, and then let's have a look at this. I'm glad the internet connection's good, because I hate it when I come into Hangouts and nothing works. It's so infuriating. So first of all, before we speak about boing boing elastic bands, I'd like you to read this sentence, please.
The speed of this car is more slowly than before.
And comment on it.
Pardon?
And could you tell me something about what you think about this sentence?
I'm not sure why speed of a car can change so abrupt, or maybe it means that it's defect. And yes,
Maybe it means that
make...
it is defective. It has a defect.
Yet, yes, it has a defect. So otherwise, it does not make any sense to me. So
Well, the speed of the car, Regina, could not. I think you're interpreting the speed of the car as the top speed of its capability.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that, does it? Because a car may slow down at any point. It may be approaching some traffic lights, for example.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
So I think we can accept that as okay, but let's have a look further along the sentence and see if we can change something.
Slower. The speed of this car is slower than before.
Yes, you know, this is interesting. Yeah, you're right, because you know the word slowly as an adverb is often misused. So I've heard sentences like, for example, this one I'm going to write in verbally chat. These people finish quicker than those. Now here, what would you say about this sentence?
These people finish quicker than those. For me, it sounds okay.
Anybody else?
More quickly than those.
Yes, I thought you would come up with the right answer, because I know you're keen on studying grammar, and so why is it more quickly?
I think quick. At this place, it shouldn't be adjective. It should be adverb.
Yes, that's right.
Quickly is a long word, and long word. If you want to say more, you should place more before it.
Well, that's another thing. If that last point is only true if it were actually an adjective, but the main point is your first point, and it's interesting that you're from China, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it's interesting that lots of people I know from China are excellent when it comes to grammar and grammar theory, but they need a bit more practice with speaking, though. Yes.
Yeah, you are right.
Good point. So that's right. So we should say these people finish more quickly than those. But in our sentence on the chart here, where's my screen? Here, it's tricky because it might make you believe that it's an adverb, but it's not. Why is it an adjective there, Regina? Do you see why it's an adjective?
You mean more slowly?
Yes, on my sentence, in the speed of this car is more slowly.
An adjective?
There's two clues, I think.
Because it's related to is, and this is not a verb in this case. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, I think that's one of the big clues.
I'm sorry,
if you see,
my first time here. I'm distracted.
No, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. So if you see the verb to be, then you're probably looking at an adjective, and you can look more deeply and you can see we've got is something than before, and yes, that's a good clue, the is. And it's an adjective describing the speed, which is a noun, so it all makes sense. So let's get back to elastic bands then, please. So do you have any ideas about elastic bands? Could you use them? Have you used them as a child, or can you think about any use that you use them for?
So as a child, I used elastic bands in a simple way. We played a game and we needed 2 persons at least, and holding the elastic band and the third person hopping in between the elastic band, and it was great fun. You had to concentrate very well. And secondly, I use an elastic band, another kind of elastic band. It's kind of tape. Maybe this counts as well as elastic band, to fix my problems with my anyway, with my feet. I did too much yoga, very annoying. So you can fix some problems or stabilize.
Sorry, was that elastic band used by you when you were practicing yoga? Was the elastic band stopping you from flying away at night?
Yeah, no. It was just to stabilize the muscles and to help to move in a correct way. And when you train, and I don't know if this counts as elastic band. Maybe it's more a tape.
Well, I think that's interesting. I would say elastic band is this, something like this.
It's just the tool
I would say that,
yeah,
sorry, I would say that bigger pieces of rubber that stretch for exercises are just elastic or something like that. But a band, the word band makes it something more like this. But yeah. So, have you ever made any toys with elastic bands?
No, I haven't. You mean if I created some toys?
Yes, maybe art and craft at school or something like that.
Never, no.
You know, one I remember just now is, has anyone ever done it? You have a kind of cotton reel. They used to be made of wood, and we used to make tanks. We would get a matchstick and put the elastic band through the cotton wheel using a button at one side, and then on the other side you put your matchstick like that, and then you twist the match like that, and then you have an engine, and the match tries to push the wheel along the ground. But yeah, okay, so thank you, Regina. We'll come back to you again. Let's move along. There's a lot of people here today, so I have to move along. Wendlu, hello. Are you on the mic there?
Yeah.
Hi. So now I have to get back to my screen share and change the topic for you.
Okay.
So welcome to the lesson. So I'm going to give you 2 things to do, and one is a speaking topic and one is a grammar exercise. So it takes a while sometimes getting back to screen share. So here we go. First of all, let's start with this one. Can you read it for me?
Okay. Correct me if I will make a mistake.
Now, tell me what you think.
I think it's better that we say, correct me if I make a mistake.
Very good work, very good. You know, the word will is often used when we don't need it, and it's actually wrong to do that sometimes. So sometimes we spoke about when just now, and with when we know that we're either in the past or the future, so we don't need will with when. We just say when I come, that's the future, and when I came. So, oh yes, Regina, I wanted to mention one more thing. I just looked at my notebook. I wrote down something when you were speaking. Very interesting question about persons and people. generally in spoken English we don't use persons plural. It's only occasionally seen in formal notices and things like that. But we would say a third person, as you did. That's good. A third person turned up or came or arrived. But usually we switch to people. And it's quite interesting when you look at the history of those two words. So we speak about people and a person, but they do have different origins, and that's quite interesting. Okay, so that's the correction. Correct me if I make a mistake, and will is often thrown in when we don't need it. So now, the topic. Now, first of all, before we start the topic, I think we're going to have to kind of help each other along here, because we've only got one word for the topic. Can you see the word?
Yeah.
So what do you think that word could mean?
Lips. I don't know what it exactly means.
So do you have any meaning of this word? No meaning at all. So let's ask everybody to give different interpretations of the word slip, slips.
Slide.
Slip sliding, yes, I'm thinking of some songs, and wasn't there one by Paul Simon, sliding, slippery, falling over on a banana skin. But if you think about falling over, a slip, then it has the association with an accident. So like there's an idiom where you say the wrong thing with the word slip. Who knows the idiom? You apologize for saying something, it just slipped out, and you could say rather
Slip
than
from my tongue.
it was a slip of the tongue. You normally have to say idioms in the same word form. So you could say not it slipped from my tongue, but it was a slip of the tongue. That's interesting too, because with idioms you have to get the whole word pattern correct, because the word for word format.
Do you know, Leon, about Freudian slip?
Freudian.
Yeah, Freudian, sorry.
I won't go into that.
No, but the meaning of this that you when speak something, you may instead of one word you put another word. So and you think about that word.
Yes, it's very interesting, isn't it? And maybe we should collect some examples where a kind of malapropism is a Freudian slip. Very interesting. Yes.
This is not something about what we cannot talk. This is very scientific. Demonstrated about Freud demonstrated this.
Yes, but you can find examples of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can find examples where the wrong word comes out.
Yeah.
Yes, but it often naturally makes a kind of accidental malapropism, which is
what malapropism?
You know, we studied them some time ago. That's where I say something like, well, forgive me if I say the one that comes to my mind is always a little bit rude. Not too bad. Maybe it's not X-rated. Let's just scan along the line and see if there are any people in the room under 14 years of age. Right, close your ears, please. It's not that bad. But one malapropism means to say the wrong word, sometimes as a joke, when you really mean another word. So, for example, here's a clean one. Playing chess, or you sacrifice something, but you don't achieve anything for your sacrifice. And you could say he sacrificed his entire army, but didn't get any condensation instead of compensation.
And what is condensation?
Condensation is water droplets forming.
Okay.
You know, when water vapor condenses. One of my favorite malapropisms was on TV years ago by a comedian, and he was pretending to be a non-native speaker, and he had some different characters, and one of his characters was Stavros in London, criticizing English people there, and it was quite funny. And he said in one of his lines about these horrible people from England who come out of the pubs when the bell rings in the pub and it's the end of serving drinks, and it's the bell rings, and somebody he said, and the man in the pub, he rings the bell and he says, time, instead of time gentlemen please, he said in his broken English, time genital men please.
Yeah.
That's quite funny, I think, but anyway, moving on. So that slips could be a kind of accidents. So Wendlu, I'd like you to try and speak for a moment about slips, and you can use just the meaning of it as a kind of accident. You don't have to explain the word for a whole minute. Just speak about anything, just vaguely related to slip and slips and accidents and that kind of thing.
Okay. When two cars meet and it has an accident, does it mean slip?
Well, I think a slip would be something which is kind of not so important. If you say it's a slip of the tongue, you're saying in a way, well, it's not important, I didn't mean that. But if two cars slip on the oily road, then I would use the word slip for the physical slipping on the road, but I wouldn't use it in terms of the accident, because a slip for an accident is usually just something which is not too important. But if you crash your car, it's a bit unfortunate, and it's too important to be described as a slip. So it's an accident. It's a tragedy. So slip for a car accident, you could use the word slip if your tyres slipped on the greasy road or oily road, but you wouldn't use it for your mistake. So anyway, have you ever wondered about accidents, or have you ever had an accident? Maybe not such a serious
no.
one, because it's sad to talk about serious ones, but have you ever had a minor accident, or have you ever slipped over?
I'm sorry, I have some other things.
Okay, well, I'll move along. I'll come back to you soon. Speak to you soon, Wendlu. So, Zoran, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. So I expect you'll get the grammar straight away. Let's see. I'm putting the pressure on you now, so maybe it's not going to be easy. So first of all, we'll draw a new topic word.
I'm nervous now.
So now, hundreds and thousands. Well, you have to be imaginative now, because you need to interpret that and somehow make a topic out of it. Hundreds and thousands. So it could be anything, really. But your grammar will be this sentence. Can you read it for me?
People who prefer bright colors of their clothes may be more open-minded.
Now, first of all, before we look at the grammar, I want to go through these sentences and get the correct pronunciation. First of all, can you say this word?
Clothes.
Clothes, yes, that's right. You know, there are two words related to this one, and they are quite commonly mispronounced. Naked and clothes. So let's go back. People who prefer bright colours of their clothes may be more open-minded. That's got a did at the end as well. Could I just hear you read it once more?
People who...
Just read the whole sentence aloud.
People who prefer bright colors of their clothes may be more open-minded.
Okay, that was a lot better. Watch out with prefer. It's very stressed at the beginning. People who prefer. No, sorry, the end is stressed, isn't it? Prefer. So it's actually a second syllable, I think. Not prefer, but prefer. People who prefer bright colours of their clothes, maybe more open-minded. So next, do your grammar wizardry on it, please. Tell me what you think. It's a bit more tricky this time, but have a look at it and see if you can find something wrong.
I think there is a problem about of their clothes. If you ask me to correct this sentence, I will
I would.
elect of their clothes.
Well, I think that's the problem area. If we look at that part of the sentence, people who prefer, and then we want to find another expression for all of this. So can we change all of that? People who prefer may be more open-minded. How would you express that? What words would you use and what order? People who prefer?
The people who prefer bright colors, these people are more open-minded.
Well, you've moved away from clothes a bit there, but I think we need to say people who prefer bright-coloured clothes may be more open-minded. And the mistake is to replicate or duplicate the nouns. So we've got people and there. We don't want to do that if we can. So we would try not to do that.
Is this a big mistake, or this is acceptable mistake?
Well, that's an interesting question in itself, because there's different categories of grammar mistake. There are those which people don't really notice, and they don't cause any problems with understanding. I would say that this is definitely not going to cause problems with understanding. The only problem it causes for you is that you sound as if you don't really know how to structure your English sentences. So it sounds as if you are struggling, because native speakers would not say people who prefer bright colours of their clothes. So it's not going to cause a problem.
Maybe I can say people who prefer brightly colorful clothes may be more.
Yes, brightly coloured.
Colorful.
Brightly coloured.
Oh,
we don't colourful clothes, brightly coloured. Yes. So it's sometimes we can make quite a few mistakes, and it doesn't really matter for communication. But it's nice if we can, over the years, make it so that our sentences sound more elegant and more natural. So now let's go to the topic. The topic was hundreds and thousands. So over to you.
There are hundreds and thousands of stars in the sky at night, and I can't number them.
I can't number them. That's an interesting phrase.
I can't count them.
Yes, they're countless. Yes, countless stars. I can't count them.
But I think number is also can be used as a verb.
It can, but it doesn't sound natural here. I can't number them. You know, you number the pages in a book, maybe, or you number some things, but you don't number when you're counting. So I think here we would say, I can't count them, or that there are countless stars.
Okay.
That's probably more to do with collocating and making an elegant sentence, because I think that you're right. Number is definitely a verb as well as a noun. Most words can be used as different parts of speech. You're right. Yes. Do you know that the first thing that brings to my mind, hundreds and thousands, is a kind of cake dressing that we can buy. Lots and lots of little tiny colourful sweets, very, very small, minute, and they're sprinkled onto the icing of cakes. Do you have an idea what I'm describing?
Well,
Do you have cakes where you are?
cakes?
Yes, made from maybe flour and maybe eggs and maybe some fruit, mixed and baked, and then sometimes we put icing on
eat
top.
Cakes.
And do you know what the icing is? The icing.
Top of the cake.
Yes, and sometimes it's decorated. What kind of things do we decorate it with?
Chocolate bean,
Flowers.
chocolate stick, and
Yeah.
they say icing sugar.
Yes, icing, sugar, icing. And underneath that, we sometimes have something which I quite like, which has a nutty flavour. It's yellow. What is that? It begins with M. A kind of, especially on a fruit cake, quite a heavy cake. Starts with Ma.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't eaten.
It's got a kind of almond taste. Does anybody know my word?
No.
Marzipan. Marzipan. I don't know if you have it in your country, but I've seen it all over Europe, so it's a word in English, marzipan. Anyway, let's move back down the line. Alberto, are you there at the end?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good, good. So refresh, just a moment. I hope it works. Sometimes when we get busy in here, it doesn't. Oh, fruit cup. What on earth could that be? So, and this one, you know, you can interpret fruit cup however you like. You could invent something and tell me about it. Now, could you read the sentence and correct the grammar, please?
Yeah. The chef never can say that they know everything about cooking.
Who's a chef never can say that they know everything about cooking. So, what can you tell me about this sentence?
It's a strange sentence.
Strange, strange fascination. Strange, yes.
Strange. Well, the word "day" is, I think, is wrong.
So let's go for a better sentence. Could you
We can
write
change
something?
the word "they" with the word "he." I think.
Well, they is actually not wrong because they can be used to indicate a singular person. The word "they" is very useful because it can be a group of people, it can be a singular person, and it can be a group of objects as well. So there are three ways we can use the word "they," at least three. So let me ask you to give me, anybody please, in the Verbling chat, give me a sentence please where the word "they" refers not to people, but to things. Objects, inanimate objects. A correct sentence. It can be very short, however short you like.
Even a child never can say that.
Yes, but first of all, can I have a sentence where the word "they" is speaking about inanimate objects? They are more comfortable. Yes, speaking about shoes with an M, comfortable. They are more comfortable. These shoes are more comfortable. They are very comfortable. Good. And now, can you make a sentence where the word they refers to a singular person?
Yes. He.
So Abdullah says, who is a chef? They can never say they... I like can never. Yes, Abdullah's done one good thing there, but we'll come back to that. Can never. With never and the modals, we don't say never can. Usually we say can never. Yes, I will write the right sentence, but I'd like you to do it for me. So, he is more quiet than they. Carlos, that's strange. He is more quiet than they. It could be right, but we need a bit more there, I think. So let me tell you something. An example of they. It's very useful if we don't know how many people there are in a group, or we don't know if a person is a woman or a man. So, Carlos, did you have any great teachers at school?
Yes, I have one.
And now I can say, what subject did they teach? He said, yes, I had one, and I say, what subject did they teach? And why do I say that? Because I don't want to say something horribly cumbersome like, what subject did he, she, or it, if they were a robot. You see, I've used they again. I have to say that the word they is very useful because you can throw it in when you don't understand something. So, what subject did they teach? I say. That goes to, what did they... Just 4 words. What did they teach? And now, so they is a very useful word. Okay, can anybody offer me a correct form of this sentence? Now, when you correct sentences, feel free to just keep the meaning, but the rest of it you can chop and change as much as you like.
I can.
Okay.
Who is working as a chef, never can say that they know everything about cooking.
Igor, there was a word we used yesterday, and some sentences yesterday which I had to explain, which were very funny sentences, and my joke yesterday about whoever and whenever. Let's write them again. Whoever, some people make others happy wherever they go. And some people make us happy whenever they... And we have wherever, whenever, whoever. And so we could, that's one option, we could use one of these kind of words like whoever, or who's a chef sounds a bit like a question form. Who's a chef?
Who is working as a chef?
That's still a question form. Who is working as a chef? That's not a statement. That's a question form, so I don't like it. But can you remember, Igor, what the difference is between some people make others happy wherever they go, and some people make us happy whenever they go?
Yeah, I know the meaning. Of course,
Yeah,
I remember that wherever is when they come to our people, they make them happy where they come, wherever. But whenever, when they are not with you, you are happy because they are not with you.
So let's see if we can maybe change this sentence then and not use a question form at the beginning of it. And we know from Abdullah, Abdullah's corrected one part of it. He said never can should be they can never. Can never say that they know everything about cooking. So actually, I would finish the sentence with start with something that you are going to give me, and then never can turns into can never say that they. That can disappear here if we want. That can be optional. Can never say they know everything about. Just need the beginning here.
Good chefs. Good chefs.
Yeah, but are you changing the meaning slightly?
Good chefs can never say
that works
that
well. Yeah, that works well, but I feel that you're slightly changing the form just to help. But yes, we can't have a question form. We can say
chefs.
Chefs. We could just say chefs, or any chefs, or good chefs. Yes, that's better. But who's a chef is not good. Anyway, I've lost my place now because of all that. So I think we're down. Alberto, you haven't done your topic. So fruit.
But, sorry, teacher, but the sentence is right then, or it could
the
be
sentence
right.
on the screen. Oh dear, I've got to go back and get it. The original sentence is not correct. That's for sure. The sentence on the screen. I wish that there was a very easy toggle button for this screen share. It's about 6 or 7 buttons in the right order you have to press. So the original sentence is definitely not right. Who's a chef? There's 2 mistakes. Who's a chef is wrong. It's a kind of question form starting it off. But we're saying those people who are chefs or chefs. So we can just say chefs.
Yeah.
Chefs. And never can, we can say can never. But those 2 words, the order of those 2 words, not so important, but it's nice to have can never. Here, that's definitely a mistake. Because who's a chef is not speaking about people who are chef, it's saying who's a chef? It's a question form. Whoever is a chef, whoever's a chef, that's different to whose. Because if I start with whenever or whoever, then it's not a question, it's a statement. Whoever's a chef, that's another way. Chefs. So can you speak about fruit?
Fruit, yeah.
Fruit.
Well, I like fruit, and then I like a fruit cup. I think it's
I'd like you to say cup, up.
Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good form to eat fruit, for example, for the kids. It gets you vitamin, or it's makes you fresh, for example, in summer. I love a fruit cup made by strawberries or orange and some juice.
What was that last word? Strawberries, orange, and
yeah, some juice.
Juice.
Juice. Yeah.
But you said some kind of juice. Some juice.
Orange juice, for example.
Yes. Oh, by the way, and you said it gets you vitamin. How would you say that? It gets you vitamin. Can you say that a better way? It gets you vitamin. It's a bit broken English. It's not good. Can you say that sentence another way? It gets you vitamin.
I can get vitamins by this way.
Yeah, again, it's struggling a bit. Let's think of a nice little sentence here to say that. you could say it provides you with vitamins, or something like this. If that's not too many words, but it gets you vitamins. I think, yes, vitamins.
Yeah, well, with provides is right. Yeah.
It can provide you with your daily vitamin requirement or something. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're almost out of time, unfortunately. I'm sorry that I've spoken too much. I always come with the intention of going right round fast and practicing with you, but I speak too much, don't I? Oh dear. So anyway, I hope that it was quite useful, and I hope that we can practice this again tomorrow at the same time, I hope. So let me post. Well, I don't need to post it, but you know, I've got the a Facebook group if you want to send messages about ideas. Also, just put a comment in the YouTube channel if you like against this video. You can find them on Verbally. So thanks all for coming. Has anyone got any ideas right now? Anything to say right now?
No.
No. No? Well, thank you, everybody. That was good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow, I hope.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.